Hey, this is Mark at the Motor City Comic Con. I have a treat for you. I'm here with Amanda Wyss. You might recognize her from a few movies like Nightmare on Elm Street, Fast Times at Ridgemont High. Tell me, Amanda, how did you get started in acting?
I was cast in a play. I'd always wanted to do it, and as a child even. And I got cast in a play in Los Angeles called The Innocents when I was 11. And then the following year, I did a play called The Bad Seed, also in LA. And so it started my career in agents. I got very good reviews. I got an agent, and I started doing commercials as a young teen, and then started episodic television when I was 17.
Now, getting to Fast Times at Ridgemont High, did you ever catch a lot of flack for breaking up with Brad?
All the time. Somebody once said in my movies from the 80s, I either was killed or I broke up with the hero, and it's true.
What was your experience like working with Wes Craven?
It was wonderful. He was a great storyteller, a phenomenal director, great wit, and just very clever human being, and really set the bar high for working, with a good director.
As you were making the movie, did you think that they would become what it became?
No, not at all. I didn't. I mean, in fact, my agents didn't want me to do it. This was before horror was a mainstream, and it was like people either did horror movies or they did television or they did mainstream movies. It was very compartmentalized, and I did it anyway because I really liked Wes. And they wouldn't let me put it on my resume. It wasn't on my resume for 10 years.
That's a crime.
It's just the way the business was.
So now you come to these cons. What do you like the most about these cons?
Well, I think it's really exciting to hear everyone's stories about what they liked about my movies or my TV shows or TV series. And when you do film, it goes into a void, really. Like it's like when I do a play, I get the immediate audience reaction. But when you do a film, you don't know what it's like for the people watching it. So it's a really fun way to find out other people's ideas about the film or what it means to them or how they saw it first or any of those things.
It's always years later, right?
Yeah.
I noticed you were also in a Buck Rogers episode. What was that experience working with Gil Gerard and Aaron Gray?
Oh my gosh. Well, I love Aaron Gray. We're still friends. That was my very first episodic TV show. I was in high school, and it was great. I mean, it was such a well-oiled machine by the time I was on that show. They were just, they just were nice, and I loved the show, so I was really excited that I got to do it. So,
okay. One of the things we like to do when we interview you great actors is we like to find out what you guys got coming down the pipeline.
oh, thank you. I have 2 Christmas movies down the pipeline. One will be on AMC. The other will be streaming. I have a movie streaming right now called The Id. That is phenomenal. And then some episodic guest stars coming up. So just got to stay busy.
Oh, man, it was a pleasure speaking with you, and we hope the best for you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
And this is Mark with Amanda at Motor City.